Darren fighting Tommy Fury. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, Darren Till versus Tommy Fury. Go on, lad. What's the biggest shift in MMA strategy recently? I don't know. Do you think I can message Till? It might be a bit late to message him. He's got the Tommy Fury fight. That's huge, dude. I'll rally behind that for sure. Fury versus Till, who you got? I love that Tommy Fury versus Darren Till. I'll probably go with Darren Till. Just, I don't care about logic. I'm picking Darren Till. I need Till to win. I need to see Till in there with KSI, dude, and Jake Paul in that. Chandler versus Gene Silver would be such a banger. Also, only thing I worry for Tom versus Jones is the knee stomps. True. Like Max was doing to Ilya and cardio, maybe. I don't think the knee stops would be good for Jones because it would square him up and leave him in range. But what I will say is this, chat, and I'm going to keep it absolutely real with Tom. No offense. I can see Tom wincing and rolling over to like adversity because he's never faced adversity. And if it happens on the brightest lights in the biggest moment against John Jones, it's a hell of a time to go through adversity for the first time. Whereas Stipe's used to that in fights. He's had wars. You know what I'm saying? So him going through adversity is like, same old thing, I'll try and get up. You know what I mean? Whereas if Aspinall's like biggest fight of his career with John, he's been deemed to go out there and win, and he's on bottom early, and Jones is landing elbows, and he's looking up at the bright lights, and it's not going the way he thought. Like, I would worry, you know? I would worry. That's the only weakness I can guess Aspinall would have, to be honest with you. Other than maybe, his cardio's not all that, but we don't know. It's hard to know with Tom, dude. There's no footage. He just beats everyone in a minute. What do you think about the Charles hate right now? I'm just going to say it right now, chat. I'm a huge Charles Oliveira fan. I'm so glad he won. If Bilal had that performance, you'd all be shitting on him. Sorry. Just keeping it real. I said it during the fight. If this was Bilal, I would be booing right now. I'm just saying. But I thought Oliveira's patience was good. You know what I mean? It was a good patient performance. Who's the most underrated fighter right now? Most underrated fighter is Hermanson. No, I don't know who the most underrated fighter is. Probably Carlos Diego Ferreira. Yeah, I do say Carlos Diego Ferreira quite a bit. Figueiredo. Chat, Figueiredo is like, if he wins a bantamweight belt, like he's got sick legacy. If he beats Yan, he's got wicked legacy. Figueiredo does not get nearly enough credit, dude. So I go Figueiredo. DuBronx is not underrated, dude. Let's get a Topuria Riz face. One of those ones. All right, I just posted a clip on Twitter, boys. Go like that shit, yo. The Superior Riz face. Hey, Max, we'll find out Holloway. The NBA has fined LaMelo Ball $100,000 for saying no homo during a post-game interview. Oh, God, dude. $100,000, for saying no homo during a post-game interview. And then you know what I think of when I see shit like that? Sean Strickland interviews. That's immediately what I go to, dude. As soon as I see something like that, I immediately start thinking about Strickland standing up at a press conference, dude. The UFC will never fail. Jerusalem absolutely sent me. Dude, isn't that weird? Dude, that's when it gets awkward for me because it goes, it all of a sudden becomes really real. Like, holy shit, people watch. You know what I mean? He's chatting about, I've been around, I'm not new to Jerusalem. And I'm like, what? That's in-depth guru lore. You know what I mean? Blushing a bit, I see around your hero, Tommy. To be fair, right, you know what? He was I actually was going to mention this on the interview. He was spam calling me on the IG like a shit poster, dude. Let me check back just to make sure that's true, or I wasn't imagining it while half asleep. What was he doing? I think he was spam calling me. Started a video chat ended. Started an audio call ended over and over again. Where's the link, Guru? Where's the link, Guru? Have to be an event at 4:30, mate. Wade Concept's companion got 10 million views. Based Wade Concept, dude, because he was there, right? He was actually at the event. He got paid to go there. Huge moves for Wade Concept. 9.4 million views. Holy shit. 13 hours. Oh, no. 7 hours and 20 minutes. Him and his dad. That's sick for Wade. That's actually really good for Wade. Good for him. Oh, he was cage side. That makes sense. Nice. Jolly good. Damn, just for that fucking Tyson Jake full fight to happen. Members only, this is what it feels like. This is what this feels like. Yes. What did I scream that to, chat? Oh, that was Pereira Khalil. You'll never make me feel this. That was kind of hindsight, but I thought that was a cool reaction because that was real. I was thinking about how Bilal will never, ever, you know what I mean? There'll never be a cool moment like that when I was screaming, you'll never make me feel this. It was kind of cool, but kind of. Fuck Mario Batista! Fuck Marab! Fuck Bilal! You'll never make me feel this! You'll never make me feel this! Fuck Marab! Fuck Bilal! Fuck you both! It's probably been my most viewed week. I've hit like 1 million overall views this week, probably. Just on these videos, not on like backlog videos. To be fair, John's a big name, yeah. And this stuff is, I think people, it's got to the point now, chat, where people see something and think, I'm going to wait for Guru to break this down. I think I've reached that level now, maybe. This year more than ever, you know? Where someone will hear something and go, oh, I know Guru's making a video on this, you know? So that kind of helps because then people are like actively almost waiting for my upload, you know? Embedded numbers have been insane. They've been pretty good. The first one was high numbers. They've lowered as it's gone on, but that typically happens. Right. I did a collaboration with Demetrious Johnson, and it got kind of interesting. We went way over time. We were talking about roids in MMA, and I was talking about Jones and Israel Adesanya, and it got we got quite into a discussion about things. I finally stood my base, chat. Are you proud of me? So I can't wait for that one. I was talking about a lot. Not an argument. It wasn't an argument. No. Me and DJ are cool. It was like a good discussion. But I was trying to get something across to him. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I was trying to get it. I was really trying to get something across to him, let's just say. You know what I mean? I stood my base, chat. We both stood our base, but it was good, dude. I like DJ. Apparently we're going to collab soon in the UK, so we'll see what happens. He also brought up my Chandler video about his kids. So I know it's interesting, but me and DJ are cool, dude. We're always good, but we don't mind take a little. You know what I mean? It was a good one. It was a good episode. It's coming out in a day or two, I think. Dan Hardy's ayahuasca journey. Do you remember when we caught Dan Hardy lying about his fights in China? When he went to a temple with the monks and he made a sword out of plastic and shit like that. Do you guys remember do you think that's why Dan Hardy really hates me? Dan Hardy made up a story. Dude, we need to find that now. When he made a sword out of bits of sticks and mud in the ground and he practiced on the temple grounds and with the monks, and the Shaolin monks saw him there every day and shit like this. Do you guys remember? No one knows about this? Where is it, man? It was on the blurb of like some story that he was telling once. And I like read it out and it was so embarrassing, yeah. And he probably flipped out from then. Shaolin Hardy, yeah. He was talking about being in the mountains of China. Dude, we need to find this. That's wiped from the internet by now. Musical, you would know where the route to find that. That's old news, yeah. I think I found it. Send it on IG, dude. I'll read it now. Dan Hardy, Temple China monk. Dan Hardy recounts time training at a Shaolin temple in China. Yeah, shall I read it now? I've got it. I'm a Jobin at heart. Just fuck with the... Right. This is Dan Hardy, yeah? Shaolin Temple in China. 19 years old, 13 years into my martial arts training, practicing forms with the straight sword between morning and afternoon training sessions. I wasn't there long enough for the Sifus to begin my sword training, but my determination and stubbornness was too great. I pieced this sword together out of bits of broken weapons I found in the temple grounds, bound it together with string and tape, and watched the monks practice to see what I could pick up. After a few weeks of training outside of the usual 10 hours a day, my teacher finally gave in and taught me the first form. I loved it. The beauty and grace of the movement, coupled with the precision stabbing techniques, spoke of what martial arts represents to me. Broadswords, although dramatic and powerful, weren't as clinical. I corrected his grammar there. Wasn't as clinical as inserting the point of a straight blade into vulnerable targets, piercing vital organs, and stealing the life from a human. The more precise the movement, the more refined the attack, and the deadly accuracy one would need to deliver a thrust speaks of a higher level of skill and mastery. In feudal Japan, samurai had the katana sword. They also had armor, which offered some protection against blades and arrows. Ninja, on the other hand, didn't have armor. So to compete with samurai, they developed ninjato, which is a straight sword. This also required not only good understanding of the human body and its vulnerabilities, but also the weak spots on the samurai armor. Going blade to blade with a katana, the ninjato was inferior. You couldn't slash with this blade. It had to be the thrust, point first into the gaps in the armor to kill their adversary. This required an incredible amount of skill and calmness to deliver the deadly strike in the heat of an exchange. People say skills pay the bills, but in this case, it was the difference between life and death. Master your weapons, master your technique, but most of all, master the application of your technique. This is where the true skill of the fighter. But dude, the way he was talking about piecing together things on the temple grounds and shit, dude, he made shit up. And we looked up the time when he was 13, and there's no way he was in China because he talked about, there was another post that he had that went from this. And he was talking about his hundreds of amateur fights. And we were looking up amateur. He doesn't have it. He made up his whole life LARPing on an Instagram post once. And then we were making fun of it. And I think that's where he started his hatred of me. And then I lost the sword. Yeah, she never showed the sword. Please make a video on Shaolin Hardy. I might make a video on Shaolin Hardy, dude. Insult MMA Central to bring back the intro, please. You want me to fucking terminate your channel, do you?